exclusive are the two events which cannot occur at the same time. Are the events which cannot occur at the same time. And these events, as they are not occur at the same time, they don't intersect, meaning that to A and B, it's equal to 0, as well as the what, as well as the probability, as well as its probability. If their intersection is 0, it means their probability will be 0 because they don't intersect, as you can see, guys. So mutually exclusive, two events that occur at the same time. You mean two events which cannot occur at the same time. Do you understand? Yeah. So what about independent event? So when they talk about independent event, are the events which are not dependent on each other. So these are the events that we have, event A and event B. So if multiply probability of A, I multiply the probability of B, and I find out, but I got the probability of A and B. This thing, what does it tells me? It tells me that the probability of A, if I multiply probability of A, I multiply toward probability of B, and I get the what, the intersection. Do you see? And I get the intersection. This thing, it tells me what? It tells me that this event A, it's not depend on this one. Even this one, it's not depend on that one. It means that event A and B, they are independent. Do you understand? Yeah. So now, for me to confirm that these two, they are independent or they are mutually exclusive, I must involve calculations. So it means that I must calculate the probability of A and B. I must calculate the probability of this thing. Do you see? Once I find out it's 0, it's mutually exclusive. But if it's not 0, it's not mutually exclusive. Do you see? So now, in order for me to get this kind of a thing, I shall use the what? General equation. This general equation will be always using it, guys. Know it by head and heart. So probability of B minus by the intersection minus and. So then now, what you should know about this equation, you want to solve this thing. And let's check from the information what you are given. As you can see there, we are given this one, we know it. So let's go upwards. And upwards you can see we also know this one. We know it here. What about B? B, they didn't give us, they just give this thing and that one and this one. But what you should know, here, by knowing this A, we know A here. We see A, we know. By knowing that A, we can solve B. Once we know B, we'll substitute B here so that you can know what we need. Do you understand? Remember, guys, in the equation, we must have only one unknown value. Do you understand? Yeah. Which is what I will do here. Here I will substitute A so that I can have one unknown value, which is B. So let's approach that question. We've got this equation multiplied by B by A. It's called probability of B 4. And if there is nothing, there is a dot. And a dot represents multiply. Do you see? Yeah. So now when I substitute, I know my A is 1,7. I'm given there. I can substitute it then. B 4. So you know, most guys, when you simplify, we change a big thing. We change a big thing to what? To a small thing. Meaning now I can punch this thing from calculator, because these one are the numbers. I can press them in calculator. Do you see? So this is what I get here, which is 3,5. And there it's PB multiplied by 4. And now I know that, guys, what is in front from what I need. I divide by it. So this thing is, oh, sorry guys, what is in front or behind from what I need, I divide by it. But this one, it is behind from what I need. So it means now I can divide by this thing by 4. So that it can cancel because it is behind from what I need. Then I will get the answer then of, so cd 13 divided by 4. Yeah. So this thing, did I calculate it correctly? Let me check something, guys. Let's start from there. 7, 1 over 2, 2, it's equal to, and divide by 4. Yeah. Gotcha, man, guys, I made a mistake. So now it will be 0, what? 0, 875. Yeah. So now, guys, as you can see, this one, it is the probability of what? Of B. Probability of B here. We know it. So by knowing this probability of B, we can substitute the solve this thing. So let's substitute what we are given. Given this thing and 0,5. Because 1 over 2 is 0,5. You see? Plus ST get 0,5 plus. So this one I solve it there. Minus by P, A, and B. You see? So we can simplify these two things, make them simple. You see? We can simplify them by pressing our calculator. It's 0,5 plus 0,7. So you can see, guys, here. These are the numbers. You can press them on calculator, get this thing 7. And here minus by what? P and B. 5, comma. Do you see? So now we can take this thing on other side so that it can change sign. Then it will become minus 550. So and equal to what? Minus by P, A, and B. Do you see, most guys? And also these are the numbers. You can punch them on calculator, trying to simplify them, get a simple answer. So let's punch this thing. 0,55 minus by 1,375. So that will get negative 0,825 minus by A and B. Do you see, most guys, the idea? Yeah. And also now I know what is in front from what I need. I divide by it. Meaning here I'll just divide by invisible 1, divide by -1. To remove that negative, divide by -1. Cancel. Meaning now what I will get them, it will be just the probability of A and B. This thing is 0,825. So this one is the answer, the probability of B. And this answer, guys, remember, it will help us from identifying. So we know now the probability of this thing. It means these two things, they do intersect. This one, they intersect. They intersect here, guys. You see, with that probability. Do you understand? With that probability. And what we know is that for them to be mutually exclusive, they should not intersect. So they must be equal to 0. They must be equal to 0. But now they are not equal to 0. They are intersecting. Guys, to see? They intersect them. So if they intersect, guys, you can say therefore A and B are not mutual exclusive events. You can say events if you want to or not. It's up to you that you want to say event or what. So it means A and B are not mutually exclusive events because they do intersect. If they don't intersect, they are mutually exclusive. Obvious, nobody doesn't know, Yeah. So now let's identify the what? The independent now. So the independent one now, that's why now we must try to apply this equation. Do you see this equation? Yeah. So this one, it was a general equation. Do you see how important general equation is? Guys, we start by it when you calculate. So now I know that P A is equal to 1,2, which is 0,5. And I know B, because I already calculated. B there, it's what? We solve it here, B here, it's there, B. So B is 0,875. So now I can apply that equation of A multiplied by B. So check something. It's 0,5 multiplied by 0,5. If this thing is equal to that one, it means these events are dependent. But if this thing is not equal with that one, these two events are not independent. So check something. So it is 0,5 multiplied by 0,7. It's not, guys. It means these two events are also not independent. They are dependent events. They depend to each other. So you can say here, therefore, event A and B are not independent. The reason is that when we multiply A multiply to B, it's not equal with A and B. It's not equal from what we need. So it means that the probability of A and B are not independent events. Do you understand? And also, they are not mutually exclusive because their intersection is not equal to 0. Do you see? Here you can just say intersection, it's not equal to 0. It's not equal, guys. Yeah. Understand, most guys? So this is the question that, guys, you may come with test. And now when you write this thing down, that's why you will start here. You will start, start from here, actually. Start from here. Write it down. This one is the first thing you write. First, get that B. By knowing that B, you can substitute from the general equation. This one you already given this one. And now from your equation, you must have one unknown value. Do you see? Once you have one unknown value, you solve it, you substitute, you combine this thing, simplify it so that you can make it small. Take it on other side, simplify this thing, make it small. Effect. You have an effect this one. Then divide by -1, both sides. Do you see? Yeah, by getting this thing, you can identify here. And now here, what you can do, since you know these two things, use this equation to get this thing. And this thing, since it's not equal to A and B, since it's not equal, so now these two events are not independent. Yeah.